Okay, finally got everything set up here. Oh, Canal. Pulled from Matoya. And a Mage Stick as well? Okay, that's nice. Anyway, welcome in, welcome in. We have shoombabi versus softnum, game 1. Like a Thief, White Mage, Black Mage start. Like the King and the Princess are giving out a ship and a ruby. And I think we got the crystal off of Bicky, which turned into the Canal. So Life 1 or Life 2 and Warp, Fire 3 and Lock, all level 1 magic. Cure 3, Exit, Ice 3 and Fast, all level 2 magic. It's pretty nice magic to start with, especially since we're starting with both a white and a black caster. Naming scheme does look like Shoom is hoping to pick up that fighter. I assume softnum is also going to be wanting to pick up a fighter at some point. Softnum, yeah, finishing up in Provoca here, picking up spells. Gonna head on over to clean up Matoya, where we saw Shoom just at. Thank you to Ro32 for hopping in to help me with tracking. So we can get a little bit of a rebroadcast going here. Razor saying we got a white mage recruit in Provoca and a red mage in Canaria. And I just missed what was in Elfland, but I assume softnum will give us a little peek of that. Invis 2 and Life, both at level 3 white magic. And it's a Thief we got going in the clinic here. So far, no item shop, or no item, yeah, shop item, but houses do look to be rather cheap. Under 900 gold, very nice. Temper, also at level 4, that's a very nice pickup. And I think we saw... yeah, level 3 magic, not doing a whole lot. Just Invis 2 and Life, which are really nice spells to have, especially early on. Being able to pick up your party members, getting through these early dungeons, very helpful. We're going to head on over into the Titan's Trove, pick up an item in Titan's Trove, and head on over to Sarda to see what Sarda holds for us. So we're burning off some encounters. Seems like we got 2 encounters to get to a decent run here. We are opting to head down to the Titan's Trove first. If we pick up the floater, it is slightly faster to grab the floater, leave Titan's Trove, and grab your ship, which becomes our airboat, to head back to pick up the Sarda item. So far, just a shard. Flame plus 5 armor, that is some decent armor for our fighter when we can eventually find it. I do love that both runners here have custom sprites. I'm not quite sure what Shoom's custom sprites are, but I do know Softnum is running Breath of Fire 2 sprites. Alright, and that's our rod being pulled out of Titan's Trove. It's going to push us into Volcano. Let's see what Sarda has first, though, just in case. We have a fetch chain. Probably are going to go ahead and dive into Earth Cave on the way back through. Makes sense. We're already over here. We might as well just do it. And it is a bottle, which does not help us in the meantime. So Earth Cave it is to get our next piece of progression. We could see Shoom head on over into Crescent Lake, potentially, to pick up our free incentive item off the sages. Check out our shop magic and our clinic over there as well. Really hoping to pick up that fighter. These flags are a lot easier if you have a fighter with the X-Cal. X-Cal doing tremendous damage to the fiends and all the refights. Really makes Topher a lot easier to make it through. Shoom is indeed heading on over to Crescent Lake, as we see Softnum heading on into the Titan's Trove to pick up his rod, and we'll likely find his bottle as well from Sarda. What are the odds that this is the canoe, and we can have an indecision on heading to Earth Cave or Volcano? Still no shop item, still no fighter. Means our fighter will be located at either Onrak, Gaia, or Lefane. But we do find the adamant off of the Circle Sages. That's going to be another rather free turn in. And if we don't see much more else, we are going to be forced to head on into Earth Cave. Without the canoe, we cannot get to Volcano. We cannot get into Ordeals. Although, really don't want to be seen going into Ordeals this early. That was a Black Mage out of Crescent. Yeah, that's another pass. We already have our casters. We don't need any more of that. I'm getting a little lost here underneath Earth Cave. It's very easy to do. I find myself getting lost there very often. Alright, softnum picking up his bottle. Gonna be rather disappointed it's a bottle and it's not a floater or some other important piece of progression. But we are into Dwarf Cave to turn in that adamant for Shoom. We are walking straight past Hooray Dwarf. No time to talk, but it is the canoe. We now do have access to Ordeals and Volcano. We also have Earth Cave lingering if we so choose. We do have Warp. Warp makes it a little easier to get on out of there if we want to just grab the key item and go. It does look like softnum is going to be heading into Earth Cave here. And possibly Shoom following as well. Softnum deciding against? Yes, deciding against Earth Cave. We did think about it, but we are going to go ahead and check out. Oh, we need it. We need to go ahead and refresh our spells. That's what it is. Shoom is indeed heading into Ordeals. This is a risky play early on. We do have sorcerers with stun touch up there. It's not always a fun trip. But maybe we can get lucky. We have that thief. We can get, you know, some first strikes. We can run a lot easier than some of our other party compositions. So, remains to be seen if this is the correct play or if it is located elsewhere. Razor calling out ogres with the rub. That is gross. We are going to see ogres all over the place. They're casting rub. That's not going to be fun. Mage Stick making short work of those Medusas in that chest, giving us a shard. I missed it, but Shoombabi is through the Pillar Maze, making our way in the top of Ordeals, pulling out these chests. Ice +3 is a nice piece of gear for our fighter as well. Amasa +4, that is going to be a very welcome find for Shoombabi. We can slap that Masa on that thief and we can start doing some serious damage with it. And it is our floater. Ordeals is paying off big today. Floater and the Masa +4, huge. We do have exit, so we can just get on out of there. We don't have to walk through that final trap tile, which is probably for the best. Who knows, it could be something extremely nasty. Shoombabi in the air at 15-15. We're going to head on over. It looks like we're going to turn that bottle in right away. Oh, and it is the Steak and Wings alternate sprite pack, courtesy of Barber. Barber doing fantastic work with sprites in the community lately. And a bottle does turn into Chime, which is fantastic. We will not be bonking off of a Chime lock, at least for Shoombabi. And the fighter in Gaia. I don't know why, but it always seems that one party member that you really want tends to turn into Gaia. But we have the fighter now. It is level 1. We're going to need to get some levels on it. But We do have some free chests here in Cardia. Maybe we can perhaps find a experience box, or we can just get lucky and take down quite a bit of fighters. Dragons, not fighters. I was reading fighter. Dragons might be a little bit rough here, depending on which dragons we see. We're gonna, since we have the fire magic, we're gonna be hoping that we see zombie Ds or potentially even white Ds, but we are pulling. It is zombie Ds. Okay, Mage Stick, Fade, and Fire 3 going to help out quite a bit here. Oh, we do not have charges of Fade. Looks like one of our spike tiles down in the Earthen Armory is a mini seafood pack. Softnum finding the TNT. And that is a chest full of blueties. That is going to be a bit more of a tricky fight. Masa from the Thief does just take out one of those blueties instantly. We do have Fade, we do have a Mage Stick, we have Ice 3. Maybe we can get these down. Maybe they rolled low on their HP. Black Mage is taking a dirt nap now. But we do have life 2 at level 1, so we can bring it back up right away. Fighter did remain to stay up for both of these encounters. Does get a decent chunk of experience. Looks like we're close to being back in levels with the rest of our party, which feels really good. Sometimes it's near impossible to get that new party member the experience for such a long time. Oh, and we do see some Gasties. Fade and Ice 3 are going to do some serious damage here with those. We're going to find some decent experience out of these boxes. Still only shards? Ah, but there we go. We find our X-Cow. That is one of our endgame weapons. We have an X-Cow, we have a Masa. We don't really need any more weapons. Katana would be welcome to put on that Thief, but not required. Decent amount of shards down here in Cardia today. It looks like 3 or 4 of them so far. It's going to help boost our experience up. Experience is tied with shards. About 50% experience bonus when we have 8 shards, which Softnum is at 4 shards now. We are choosing to exit out of Earth Cave. We do not want to take on the Lich just yet. Our party does not feel very confident in taking on Lich. And Shoom finding a opal bracelet as well as a pro cape. 2 nice pieces of gear. Gonna give us a decent amount of absorb. Still no shop item. But we are gonna go ahead and stock up. We have a decent amount of cash flow now. There it is. Our shop item today is the tail. That's going to give us promotion for a measly cost of 28,000 gold. But that is a welcome find early on. We're going to put that X-Cow on that fighter, and we have a Masa wielding Thief and an X-Cow wielding fighter. Not much is going to be standing in our way. Oh, ogres also have glance. That is not fun. Ogres are not a fun pack to be seeing here. Alright, Soft, I'm going to head down and give us a look at what our TNT turns into. And it is the Oxio. Gonna have a bit of backtracking for Shoom. Gonna have to head into Earth to get that TNT to head back to Onrak. But we do still need the key to get the key item out of Onrak. And our robot giving us the loot. Required item. We are gonna need that loot to beat the game. Sun +4. Sun +4 is a great sword. Not much else of note in Waterfall. Soft, I'm having a bit of a question of what we're doing here. It appears maybe we have forgotten we have access to Crescent Lake. But it won't take too long to get over here. Shoombabi heading on down to visit Bahamut. Gonna get our promotion. Alright, so I'm taking a peek at that clinic, deciding we do not want another Black Mage. We are going to still hold off for that fighter. And Shoombabi into Volcano. Volcano is... Yeah, I believe Volcano is going to be our next item of progression. Taking a peek at the hairpin's turns, we are looking for Marked chest to find those shards. The key item being down on the deep floors of Volcano. Yeah, it looks like 3 shards sitting here inside of Volcano Armory. Willing to be fetch questing a key at this point. Yeah, we could also find the key. Key could get us into Onrak, Mermaid Prison, or Canary Castle locked as well. Also, we could get that thief up to level 22 and have lockpicking activated. Not much else of note in the Volcano Armory, but we are going to exit out, use the house before we dive on back down. Alright, Softnum turning in the adamant, finding our canoe. We'll see which way Softnum decides to head. We do know Ordeals has the Masa and the floater. Remains yet to be seen what lies inside of Volcano. Will softnum book it to volcano ordeals? That is a good question. We'll see here in just a moment which direction softnum decides to head. Looks like maybe we're going to head back to Canaria. We're going to go ahead and probably stock up on some items. No? We are going to head on the inner sea dock, river dock, to get to Volcano. Still no key item out of Volcano yet. Okay, still no key item. Only 3 chests remain. Now here's a marked box. This could be it. If it's not this chest, it's going to be 1 floor down the soul chest in the guarded by the vanilla red dragon tile. And it is our slab. Slab going to be a bit of a fetch chain, but we will be able to stock up on magic when we head into Lefane. We do have Lefane Superstar turned on for these flags, so we will be able to stock up on all of our magic, and having promotion already, that means all of our spells are going to we'll have access to. I'm feeling confident with that Masa and the X-Cal taking on Carry. Carry can be a bit scary, but we do have some decent levels and gear. Carry down for shoombabi. Looks like we're sitting at 12 shards right now. We will need 28 shards to be able to make it through the Dark Orb in Toph. These EXPs are giving softnum a bit of hassle over here on Volcano. We do see a wipe, but we are going to head back down in. Possibly skip some of these chests on the first floor. No, we are going to head back in. We are going to try this again. Bull's putting our party to sleep. That is very rude. I'm seeing those ogres and getting right out of there. We don't want to touch those ogres. Ogres with glance and rub. Not fun. And werewolves with mute. Another annoyance. Yeah, so far our runner is just kind of cleaning up what the other runner has done so far. Bobby heading down to get the... I believe this is where softnum found the TNT. Which did turn into the Oxiel. Shoombabi will then know we do have to turn the slab in at that point to get our cube or our key, potentially an herb or a crown for more fetch. Alright, softnum managing to grab 2 of those shards, exiting out, saving with the house. I'm going to dive back down in. We are going to skip that one chest, but we can put it in the back of our brain so that we know we have that for the end game. If we do need 1 shard, we are ready to go into Toph if we do need it still. I am very curious what these sprites do represent on Shoombabi's side. They do look very cool. Alright, there we go. We pull in the TNT out of Earth Cave. If I had to guess, we are probably going to go visit. Yeah, we are going to go and visit the Lich. Another 2 shards for us. Lich not going to be too much of a problem. We are checking Lich's closet to I assume we were hoping to find some shards in there, but we are going to go ahead and loot. We already walked all the way down there. We could potentially find a ribbon. Yeah, no ribbon for us yet. Alright, Shoombabi pulling up onto Lich, our first speed bump. Masa and X-Cow gonna make quick short work of this. And speed bump down. Oh no, softnum is out of heal pots. Oh no. Heal pots or heal magic? Oh, didn't heal before the fight. Oof, yeah. Yeah, 2 orbs lit, but we are not looking for orbs. We are looking for shards. These Winter Tournament flags are indeed shard count. For round of 32, we are looking for 28 shards. Tiro off the hard reset over here in this quadrant. More steak and wings. Looks like 2 steak and wing encounters right off the hard reset. Looks like we mostly just wanted to burn off 2 of those encounters, but makes sense to go ahead and check this quadrant just to see what's going on here. I think we did translate the slab, and if we didn't, this is going to feel really bad. Yes, we did indeed translate the slab. It does turn into the herb. Alright, shoombabi going to go ahead and stock up on magic. Very nice to be able to find life magic for our thief. And yeah, it is worth noting that our thief will be able to learn level 1 through 4 white magic, whereas our fighter, our knight, will be able to learn level 1 through 4 black magic, thanks to some new flags that have been brought into the community this past year, courtesy of Oslato. Cure 4 at level 7. We might be able to get some charges for that. Kind of a Hail Mary play late in the game, being able to have that Cure 4 for Chaos. Probably not going to have it for much else. Alright, fully stocked up on magic. Softnum is pulling into ordeals. We'll find our floater. Likely going to find that Moss Moon as well. I can't imagine we'll be skipping boxes just yet. We have not yet seen a ribbon. We do know, however, that this will be our progression for Softnum. Yes, airboat is turned on for winter tournament, meaning once we find that floater, we do not have to head to the Ryokan Desert. We can just immediately hop straight up into the air. An herb turning into the cube, granting us access to sky. So, items still with outstanding. We have the crown, the key, and I believe we have not seen a power bonk or a defense sword just yet. And if we did see either of those, I completely missed it. So yeah, we will be finding either the crown or the key up here in Sky, as that is our only remaining progression left. I'm going to go ahead and call key up in Sky, with the crown buried down in Sea Shrine. Alright, so after finding that Mossman, we'll get the floater here out of this chest of Medusas. Ooh, that looked like dragon armor. Gonna do some equipment configuring, moving some stuff around. Make sure we can pick up that dragon armor and put that on our knight. Dragon armor does give us resistance to fire, ice, and lightning magic, as well as a decent chunk of absorb. That fighter is going to be a walking tank here very shortly. Alright, softnum translating the slab on our way out. Looks like we're trying to make a decision on where we're heading next. Looks like 19 shards on Shoombabi side. Oh, we have a marked chest down in the Bane Sword room. Guarded by a pack of slimes. It's a decent chunk of experience through this encounter. And softnum pulling his chime off the bottle fairy. And the Bane Sword chest just being a shard. But it is one step closer to go mode. We are opting to skip the spider floor. Spider floor is kind of an annoyance. Makes sense. Although in my experience, when you skip spider floor, it tends to be on that floor. Alright, softnum into the Fane, gonna turn in that slab. Going to retrieve our herb, which will turn into the cube. Now, softnum having not found the tail yet, not being able to promote, and we are still looking for that fighter. We do know the fighter can be found in Gaia. However, there's a possibility that the fighter could be found elsewhere. We do have... was it 7 clinics we could get to? And only 5 recruitable characters. Oh, it is the crown being pulled out of Sky Palace. We do still need 7 shards. Looks like Shoombabi's trying to make a decision. Do we want to continue on to Tia to grab the 4 shards, or are we going to move on? Looks like we are going right up. Wait. Right? Yeah, that's the right direction. It is the wrong direction, but is the way that Shoombabi chose to go. The only correct direction is right, down, right, and no one can tell me any different. Alright, Tia 1 being pulled. Tia deciding that that black mage is just going to be doing too much. We just want to put that down in the dirt. X-Cal and the Masa not doing a whole lot of damage here to Tia. That first hit came out pretty strong. There we go. 7 hits for 900. That'll knock Tia out. 4 more shards. 3 left to go. Did not catch the level that shoombabi is at on that thief. Did look like we were close at least to level 22. Nuke being at level 7, also sad. We're not going to be using that a whole lot. Wall at level 8, that is gross. Wall essentially being a free ribbon for us. Having not found one yet, we're gonna have to heavily rely on that. Not gonna have a whole lot of charges. We do not get charges on level 8 until level 25. Does seem like we are level 22 here on our thief. And it is the defense sword. Oh, it's not displaying properly. I'm gonna have to message about that. Yeah, we do have Thief lockpicking. Lockpicking turned on at level 22. ADR was working on getting a sprite up for the tracker to cycle through to show that we have no key, a key, and then a thief. But it does not appear to want to be reflecting on the stream. Alright, checking the Dwarven Armory, only finding 1 shard, still looking for that elusive ribbon. Alright, we saw the key from Astos. We know that's where it's at. Shoom opting to go ahead and pick up the key anyway, even though we have been through locked doors. 1 more shard remains for shoombabi. And then I think if I'm guessing this right, the power bonk is indeed down inside of Sea Shrine, so we likely will not be seeing that. And here is our final shard for shoombabi. I think we skipped greater than less than room. Alright, softnum heading into waterfall. If memory serves me right, this was our loot. Alright, shoombabi threw the loot plate at 50 minutes, 17 seconds. And softnum indeed pulling that Tesla, which is our loot. Tesla being one of our fun percent flag names for Princess Sarah being an instrumentalist. I don't recall if there was anything worth of note here in Waterfall as well. Tail will be found at the on-rack shop. Assuming Softnum decides to head there in a moment. And shoombabi through Lich 2. Did look like we got a nuke off on us. We do have vanilla scripts for our bosses. So Lich 2 leading off with a nuke, just as we had in vanilla. And down goes Carry 2 with a nice big swing from that X-Cow. Does deal some decent damage to our party. We're going to have to heal up before we head on to the Kraken floor. Softnum turning in the herb. We'll find a cube to get us into Sky. Alright, Kraken 2 being pulled from shoombabi. Fasting up that night with the X-Cal. Ooh, only one hit for 34. Kraken is very dodgy. Although we do get 4 hits off with that thief, or the ninja. Maybe just a bad roll. Alright, Lock 2 coming out. Going to help us with our hits against Kraken. Oh, those were crits. That's why we got 4 hits off. But Lock 2 does come out. 5 hits for 628. Kraken 2 is down. On to Tia 2. Tia 2 can potentially lead off with Bane, which could be very scary here considering we have not been able to find a ribbon. Our white mage does have resist all, so we will be able to pick our party back up should the remainder of them fall. Alright, here comes the Bane, taking out our ninja and our fighter. Preemptively lifing up our ninja. Ice 2 coming out, taking that ninja back down. We are trying to get some evasion stacks put on our party, but Tia 2 is just saying no. Your party members are going to stay face down. We do have some life 2 charges, so we are able to pick up the knight back up. Back to full health. We'll need to get possibly some more temper out for more damage. Heal 3 coming out, getting the party members healed back up. And that was 6 hits for 7 something. That is a decent hit. We are going to temper again. No, we are not. Tia 2 casting Thunder. The Black Mage going straight down to the dirt. Tia 2 should not have much health left at this point. Yes, and Tia 2 is down. We do still have our Life Caster. Thanks to the Resist All blessing that we started with on that White Mage. Oh, Vorpal +4 being found in greater than, less than. Vorpal +4 is indeed a real sword. Alright, shoombabi moving some equipment around. Getting ready to pull the chaos fight here. Alright, choosing to solo invis the Knight, casting A-Rub off the White Mage and fast onto the Knight. A-Rub will protect us from crack, which Chaos can lead off with. And it does in fact lead off, A-Rub coming in clutch for our party. And it's time to temper up that Knight, getting out as much damage as we can. Never mind. Chaos casting Inferno, taking the Black Mage out. We do have Saber on the Knight though, thanks to our Black Knight flag. Masa doing 6 hits for 813. Decent chunk of damage. Chaos will have roughly around 32 to 3400 HP. Another 2 hits for 584 off of that Knight. We're doing some serious damage now. Lit 3 being cast, which means Slow 2 will be on deck. We are getting some Lock 2s out to try to help with Chaos's dodginess. Casting another Saber. And more Lock 2. Heal 2 is coming out to try to heal the party back up. Alright, looks like we are going full throttle on this damage. We are going to try and temper again. Chaos swinging and missing. 8 hits for 885 damage. More tempers coming out on that Knight. Eight hits for 1337. Chaos down. GG's to shoombabi. With an official racetime.gg of 58 minutes and 23 seconds. shoombabi taking game 1 of the series. And yeah, as Razor noted in chat, softnum not having a great time with this seed. All the enemies are just out to get them. We are low on magic on that Black Mage as well. Alright, thanks. I appreciate your help, Razor. Alright, and it does appear at this point softnum has decided to throw in the towel. The seed being as rude as it could have been to them. But GG's for pushing through. Oop. Let's get that off the screen. Yeah, I do not blame them at all. A forfeit at this point is absolutely warranted. The seed was just not kind at all.